Hey, it's Kathy Linder, your favorite hypnotist here for April, the third week. And what I'm going to be doing is talking about April showers bring May flowers, right? Because what happens is that, when people get, there's a rainy day, people get upset. And just like when people get upset about things that happen with them in their lives, you get upset. And when you get upset, all of a sudden, the next thing you know is that you're thinking, this is it. It's so bad. I can't believe it. And everybody starts taking this downward spiral. And I want people to start realizing that a lot of times it's a moment. It's like this big. It's taking a picture in your timeline of life. But we have been programmed to be, oh, it was a terrible day. What happened? Well, it really wasn't that bad, but this is what happened. And there's always that but that comes in that says, yeah, you know what happened? Let me tell you what happened. And then they really keep on going at it. I know some people, and I like them a lot, but when I speak to them, they have to tell me everything that went bad. And it could have been 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It could have been next week. It could have been whatever. And it gets draining. It gets really, really draining because when you continue to talk about everything that went bad in your life, you're going to continue to get bad stuff. And they don't get it. And they'll never watch this video because why would they want to change? They have decided that this is the way that their life is. And what ends up happening is that when you start changing things, your body and mind feels very uncomfortable because the program that you've always had is remember all the bad things, talk about the bad things, be sad, be not happy. It's not good enough. Nothing is good enough. Oh, I remember when that happened. And it just keeps on going on and on and on. So it's that perpetual wheel of motion that keeps on saying, life sucks, life sucks, life sucks. And so when a person decides to change and start saying, wait a minute, your body is going to feel uncomfortable. Your mind is going to feel uncomfortable because this is a whole new territory. You have absolutely no idea where you're going. You have no idea how to navigate, drive through this type of a situation. So your body will go, I don't really like this. I'm not feeling really good about it. So what I want to do is I want to teach you how to start feeling good about it, making the changes and understanding that sometimes you might take a step forward and then two steps back, but as long as you keep on moving forward, it's going to help you. And it's being the author of your mind and your body. Many people don't realize that this book called Your Life, you get to write what's in there. It's not a biography. This is your story. You get to write all of the things that you want in here, right? And so when you start writing your story and then you get to a blank page, this is your story. And when you allow other people to grab your pen and to write your story, it's not your story. It's their story that they want you to abide by. They want you to live the life that they think you're supposed to. And that's not the way it goes. So what you're going to do if you want to make changes. If you don't, that's okay. Whether you grab a book, now I love home goods or Marshalls or TJ Maxx, right? You can buy these books. This was $5. Nice. But this is my story. And I have lots of books like this. Do I read them occasionally? Because I want to see how I grew, what I thought then. I even like reading it when I was younger and I was going through different things in my life and how I would feel like is this what it's about? Like, how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to deal with all of these things and the thinking and the changing and who do I need approval from and why do I need approval from them? And all those things. And then I read it and I laugh because at that time, that was really, really serious. And that was huge, big decisions for me to make sure that I was getting approval from everyone that really wasn't living my life. And now looking back at it, if I was to tell my younger self, girl, this paragraph here that you wrote down, those people don't even know what the hell you're talking about. They don't give a shit what you're talking about. So I'm glad that you moved on and didn't even worry about that. But not until you go through it do you then see what was really happening, right? So what I'd like you to do is buy yourself a book, decorate it. On the front of my book, I have peace, trust, change, abundance. Let your dreams be your wings, love, create, faith, balance. And I wrote a lot of different things in here. So these two little circles in my writing. And I want you to start writing almost as if it's a diary, but you can make it a story. Dear me, this is what I'm experiencing in life, and this is what I really would like to experience. And why am I holding myself back, or why am I being stuck here? What is it that I'm doing that's not allowing me to grow? And once you start realizing that sometimes it's just fear that's holding you back, then you could say, screw that. I'm going to take a risk because there's always some kind of a safety net. I don't care who you are, what you are. There's always somehow to make it through. Like I said, my favorite sign is everything is figure outable. So I'd like for you to start. If other people have taken your pen and they're writing in your pages, take your pen back. This is your story. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to follow their rules. You don't have to live the life that they want you to live. That's not your life. If it's not your dream, change your story. Grab your pen and write it out. They might make you feel uncomfortable. You might be sad. You might be lonely. You might cry because of the things that you had allowed to happen that now you're like, no. And it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's your story. So while April showers bring May flowers, you're now going to be able to not only bring flowers, but you're going to be able to bring growth and you're going to be able to bring happiness and all of those wonderful things because now you took hold of your pen, you got your book, create your story. This is Kathy Linder, your favorite hypnotist, knowing you got this. And I know you do because you know why? We all have a story. Get to write it. Have a great one.